So good afternoon, welcome back. As you can see, we've been busybodies for the past week or so. We've not been on it every day, but any spare time you get, just come in here and crack on, do a few sets of pens and then give it a rest. And then, we've been doing a couple of sets a day. And then yesterday we got the backing on them. Made the last two pens here yesterday. They're a bit smaller than the rest, but that's because we ran out of room in the stock loft. It's a 13x7 concrete loft, so just go through the spec with you. So we've used plywood all the time for pens in the past, and sometimes they delaminate and it's no good. You get splinters everywhere and it's unsightly as well. And obviously if you've got a divot in the flooring, the scraper gets snagged up and it's just no good. So we opted for the P5 moisture resistant 18mm chipboard, which is brilliant stuff. We use it for the pens on the floor. It's really good. The only downside to these pens are they're bloody heavy. They're really heavy pens, but they'll last for a long time. We've got the backing. It's 5mm ply from B&Q yesterday, and finished it off. So as you can see, the old floor is there, where they're standing on, the old pens came to there. We had to continue the flooring along there. So that's where the old pens ended here, and there was only 16. Well, sorry, there was 16 pens there, but now there's 12. Well, there's 12 from there to there, because the older pens were a lot deeper, but not as wide. Not as long, sorry. So these, as you can see, the old faint line to where the old pens come from, they're a good 2 foot deep, but they're only about that wide. So you've got an extra 8-10 inches length on the pens. So they run all across the back, and we've got 2 up there. They're slightly smaller, but we can get wood fronts in them instead of using the plastic things here. On this side. So this is a smaller pen, as you can see. So instead of using these on the side, all you'd have to do is get a little drill bit, a little 5mm drill bit, and drill a hole on each side, so you can get the plastic bits in. Obviously, you get them in there like that, don't they? But with this one, small pen, you just have to put a little hole in the pen about that deep, so it sits in there fine. But they are slightly smaller. It doesn't matter, it's absolutely fine. They're still 28 inches long. These are 30.5. So just came in here today, put this plywood up the top just to stop the pigeons from going behind, roosting, trying to nest and such. You can put your notes up here on with a bit of, well, pencil or pen, whatever you want to do. And then I just put an angle bracket on top of on the wall, the concrete wall, the original wall, onto the pens, so they don't move at all. They're nice and solid. And that's pretty much it. So all we got to do now is put the fronts on, and the cocks can come in here then. Just put some offcuts of the cable floor up here, just to put some perches on. Just offcuts to scrap anything. It's obviously we're not building watches. This is a pigeon loft at the end of the day, but the pigeons will love it in here. So we're very happy with it. The feeding station will be in here. Say feeding station, it will be there's a pen fronts are in here. We got our pen fronts from Tumley Lofts, just online. So you get the drinker in there. Again, that's just old offcuts of cable floor. Get the drinker in there. Get a little grit mineral box in there. Just a little feeding grit mineral station water. And then you've got we'll have the feeder as we did normally there. The door will be hung on the opposite direction, because we're planning on putting some perches here, extra perching for the pigeons while they're resting. But apart from that, everything's pretty much done and neat. So very happy with that. It's taken us a few days. I said we haven't been on it every single day, but we got there in the end, and we're absolutely chuffed to bits with that. So I just done all the cuts for Father, and Father put them together. He's built many a pens in his time. Christ. We've still got some off-cut supply, so we'll sort that out. We'll use that for something else, I'm sure. We have got some modifications to do up in the hens loft to stop them from pairing up. So Father come up with a good idea with that. So we're going to crack on with that over the breeding season. And the easy clean perches in the hen section might be able to fit on there. Might be able to. That's why we're going to hang the door on the opposite side, because if we open them from the door opens on this side, then the birds will get out. But if it opens this side, this way, then the birds won't be able to get out. So yeah, we'll be taking these pens with us. We don't know when we're going to be obviously moving to the new location, but we did need to change the pens. I mean, the pens were the floors on the pens were degrading quite a bit with the delamination, and they're going to love these. So it's pretty much it. As I said, this loft has been standing for over 60 years. It's been a cracking little stock loft for us to get plenty of sunlight through the glass. We've got Avery out there, but it's going to make the most of it, and they could be in here for another, well, God knows how many seasons. You never know. But the plan is to get up to the new location end of this year, so our first breeding season up there will be next year. But we'll have to see how it works out. We are going to look into renting this place out, so we'll see anyway. But very happy with the way the loft's come on. So we're going to be, after this, we'll get the cocks in. They're going to be scrapping and everything for a few days. We'll get them tested. Any ailments need treating, for example, coxy, canker, whatever, it'll come up in the tests, and we'll deal with that accordingly. Easy enough done. And then we'll start pairing up around about, well, the weekend of the 20th of January. So we're looking, it's about a month away. Well, it's less than a month away. It's 20 odd days. But it'll be absolutely fine. So, as I've said before in previous updates, we are going to be letting go kits if anybody is interested. We have got a couple of interested parties in a couple of kits, but we'll have to see. I haven't heard from them lately, but if anybody's interested in any kits, then give us a shout. 6s, 6 young ones, 12 young ones, whatever. The first round will be going underneath the obviously they'll be bred in here from the principal stock pigeons up underneath the race loft birds. So the first round might be available, but if anybody's interested, just put anything in the comments. We can sort something out and go from there, really. As I said, we've got all of our acoustics. We've got some brilliant pigeons. They've done us well over the years. The Dutch hen is going on loan this year to a good friend, Aaron Naismith. We're going to be doing a bit of co-breeding with him. So he's taken her off our hands for a season. She's worth her weight in gold. She really is. So he's going to be putting her with his best beaver dam cock, and he was sending down a pair of young ones for our stock purposes in the future years, because obviously she's 8-year-old now and she's been our best stock hen by a country mile. But her daughters are breeding winners, and so are her sons. So that's the main thing. Obviously, we've got some really good Cooster pigeons proven for us and anybody who's ever had them off of Clive and John Jackson. I'm going to try a couple of their Leadermans this year as well. See what they're like. Vanderbolts mainly from John Angwin and Ronnie Nicklin. We got a good hen from Darren Hunt as well. But yeah, the Vanderbolts and the Coosters have done very well for us, and we've had some very good results from them, especially last season just gone, with the young birds and the old birds. But unfortunately we had some sticky races as well. We lost some good pigeons, but that happens to everybody. So like I said, if anybody isn't interested in any kits, we've sent pigeons away before. They've gone on to breed winners for other people. So if anybody's interested, just give us a shout and we'll sort something out. But there we go, guys. So 18 breeding pens all ready to go, pretty much. Just got to put the fronts on, and there we have it. A little feeding station down there. and that's pretty much it. So the revamp of the stock loft for the 2026 breeding is almost finished. Literally just got to get the fronts on. So I hope you've had a good time off, and a happy new year to you all. It's New Year's Eve tomorrow, so I'm back to work on the 5th of January, which is I'm not really looking forward to it, but nobody looks forward to going back to work after time off today. So yeah, there we have it, guys. So I hope you've had a good Christmas and a happy new year to you all. Enjoy your pigeons. Take care.